What's going on, guys? Tack back here again, and we got another video. It's been a while since my last one because the weather's been super crap. But I did do a couple upgrades. I got a fender eliminator installed. I recorded it, but it didn't end up being a good recording, so scrap that. But I'll show you guys that later when we go to do what we're gonna do today, which is install my LeoVince GP Corsa exhaust on my 450. So let's go ahead and just open this up first of all. I'll show you what the box looks like. We'll just do a quick unboxing and then we'll get to the install. There's not any videos on installing on the 450 SS that I know of. I tried looking for it because I was trying to do my research on this exhaust myself. And I couldn't find anything really on the bike specifically. So I thought I'd buy it. It'd be nice if I could have got this for free because holy fuck, it's expensive. So LeoVince, you know, you want to send me some products later. There's a couple other exhausts I want to try from you guys. But I'm super excited. I'm not a big fan of what the stock exhaust sounded like. And the more I rode, the few more times I got a chance to do it, it just kept nagging me. Couldn't get it out of my mind. I'm like, this thing sounds like a mosquito. So take a peek inside the box. There it is. The LeoVince GP Corsa. I got it off of RevZilla for about $270. So, I mean, it wasn't too expensive like the Yoshi is. Like, that's like over $600. So this is not a bad deal at all if you were planning to get something. And it sounds pretty good. And if you didn't want anything from AliExpress or eBay or something, like the KO Lightning that I know a lot of people got. I've seen videos for that. Get out of here, Belle. Get going. We're gonna do a quick pre-install real quick because there is the bracket that contains, or that will hold this to the bike is kind of annoying. It is like, it has this little rubber seal that needs to go on it, and it takes for what it looks like a pain in the ass from all the videos I've seen of people installing on their Ninjas and stuff. So we're gonna do that first inside, and then we're gonna move outside to install the exhaust. Some warranty info, registering stuff, some stickers too. Absolutely nothing I will use. This is everything that comes inside the box. You got a bracket, the mid-pipe connector, a silencer, which I may or may not install. I'll probably not install it for this, and then later on, if people keep telling me I'm too loud, we'll install it. This looks like the spacer and bolts to install it, plus the bracket that connects to the mid-pipe, spring puller, more stickers, Jesus, we get it, and a little guide, which I may or may not read, I don't know. Cat, you also get a cat. Get the fuck out of here. So here is the bracket. And this looks different than what I've seen. In fact, it's not metal at all. This is interesting. This is what they don't tell you when there's no videos. Some type of flimsy material on this, some 3D printed material. Spacer, springs, blah, 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 blah. Okay, I guess we're just gonna move straight to the install because there is no, in fact, this is a different part than what I've seen in other videos for other bikes. Not metal, maybe it is carbon fiber. It's very light and it doesn't look like it requires the little rubber gasket to seat over the exhaust. So that's good to know. All right, so with that, we're gonna go ahead and cut to installing the exhaust. Okay, we're back outside. We got the box of the LeoVince exhaust and then my 450. So I'm gonna go ahead and start this up as it is with the stock exhaust on it, and we're gonna hear how that sounds. Yes, sir. Come around, get a look at the exhaust, and I'm gonna rev it. All right, and that is the stock exhaust. So now we're gonna go ahead and install. I got my gloves on so I don't get any fingerprints onto the exhaust pipe or the new exhaust itself. So we're gonna go ahead and start disassembling everything. While we're on the business of recording, I'm gonna have you come around and take a look on the side profile of this beautiful tail tidy. I got it from eBay. It was like 50 bucks off of eBay, really good. The only thing I had to do myself really was install this, it's kind of like a corrugated electrical wire keeper. And then it keeps my wires clean and safe, and then it blocks a hole that was left by the tail tighty that goes to the bottom of the bike. So that was a fun install to do, and it looks really nice. Okay. Pop this bad boy out. And we got our parts again. Like I said, it is, I read the instructions, it is carbon fiber now for the 450. On other ones, it was like titanium or something with a rubber gasket. So that's cool. Comes with a little bracket that hangs from the bike that connects to the keeper. And then we got our clamp for our mid-pipe, our actual mid-pipe. And like again, the silencer, which we won't use. So we'll leave that in the box. And then our puller, our spring puller. That is everything. Not bad though. All you need is a 13mm socket, a 13mm wrench, and then a couple of hex bolts. I don't know what size they are. One's a size 6, and then the other one's a smaller one, like maybe size 4 or 5. So let's get to removing the heat shield and the stock exhaust. So we need to remove this bracket here, and then this right here, and I believe this bolt right here. So let's start with the heat shield. Okay. And that just slides forward and comes right off. Keep those together. You might need those parts, might not, I don't know. So then we need to loosen this bolt here. Oh, almost on the money. I think it's 13. 13 mil. It's gonna be crazy if it was not metric and SAE. 13 is perfect. That does not feel like it's loosened. Oh, I need a wrench. Because there's a bolt back here. I think I got it now. There you go. Oops. So clumsy. Think I can spin this out maybe? Hell no. Yeah, now I can spin it out. Get rid of this clamp, this bolt. Whole thing should slide up. Come on. And we just got to remove this piece now, which looks like another 13. And it is being held by a lock nut of some sort on the back. So hopefully it is 13, and I don't have to grab another tool for this. Yes, it is. Gonna put some elbow grease in it a bit. I didn't drop a bolt or anything when I was doing the other thing, did I?
I'm hearing it drop.
Okay. Make sure I don't drop anything here. This one does have lock nut on it. Keep these together just in case I need them again. And this one goes to our mid-pipe connector and clamp. All right, that holds this exhaust together. So we're gonna go ahead and just pull it out like this. Just like that. Easy removal of the stock exhaust. Not too easy, my back hurts. Now, to install the new exhaust. It's all our spacers and everything, and then this is our mid-pipe clamp. I believe per instructions, this is what we do first, but let me just double check. Yep. Get that off, install mid-pipe, install brackets, fit the exhaust. Okay. Nice. Beautiful. So we're gonna fit this mid-pipe first. It looks like it's secured just by this one Allen bolt screw. I'm gonna loosen it just a bit. Fit it right over the mid-pipe. Do not unscrew this fully and make the same mistake I did. You're gonna scratch your pipe like I did. Lessons learned for new installs, I guess. See if I can fit the pipe inside. Stretch it just enough, maybe. Oh, my glove. Okay. Okay, there you go. Just fit it like that. So loosen it just to the edge here, right? And then you can fit the pipe in just with a little bit of elbow grease. And then you can fit the whole thing onto the actual pipe. So then we take our Allen. We're just gonna tighten it up a little bit. There you go. Just a little snug right now because we'll move it around and we'll fit it up later. That's what the plan is. Okay, so we are gonna actually take out the exhaust and now fit this to the pipe. I wish I had some paint and blacked out the mid pipe because the actual pipe is nice. Damn, is nice and black, and it looks so dope. So there is, if you look down here, come down here, can you see this little triangle here? That's where the spring goes, and that's where you're gonna line up the exhaust. The triangle down here, from the mid pipe to this exhaust, look at the back. So to this, and they're gonna line up, and that's how the spring is gonna go on. So that's how you know you're in alignment with your new exhaust. So I'm gonna put this on. I'm gonna move the mid pipe a little bit.
If you research about motorcycles, you should be able to follow this tutorial.
Actually though, that seems good. Nice and tight in there. All right, and the springs are aligned. If you come over here, you can see that they are aligned and good to go. So I like that, but I'm not gonna fully put everything together yet. So we're gonna get the keeper on. Yep, and we're gonna dry fit where our bracket's gonna go. It should be like this. And there will be a spacer and a spacer to get this all together. Well, this thing is already scratching up my fucking exhaust. Fantastic. Get all our parts out. Okay, so flange nut, bolts, spacer, spacer, spacer. So this, and this are gonna install like this to our bracket. Like this. I'm just gonna hand tighten this for now. Have it nice and dry. Actually, I'm gonna tighten up a little bit more too. Oh, it's a huge one. Need a bigger Allen. I do. Okay, that's perfect. Okay, so now that we got this part here installed, we're gonna make sure we get the spacers and everything for the exhaust connected. And all that is, again, if we look at our parts here, we're gonna have the outside spacer into here, and through both of parts of the clamps, into this middle spacer, right? Into the clamp, ending it with the bolt. Now we need to get that adjusted. It should look like this. I think I just got the oils on my face on here. If I had some alcohol, I'd wipe it down low key, which I do, and I will. Before we start it up, I'm gonna go grab it. So we need to flip it like this. Damn, that shit is scratched up. Why would they do that? Why would they do carbon fiber instead of the rubber gasket? Guess they don't give a fuck about me spending $200. I cannot for the life of me get this straight on. Come on, gang, get in there. Let's unscrew this too. Get this to get some more movement. And that's what we really need. So if you think about it, we can just have it bend later. There, it's catched, it's catched, it's catched, it's catched. Awesome, guys, awesome. That's how it's supposed to be. So loosen this first, this piece of shit. Let it bend, and then straighten this out as much as you can. And then get the spacer and this part connected on the clamp. And then you can tighten this up. That's how it's supposed to go. Oh man, look at the scratches here. Take a look at this. This is all from the included carbon fiber bracket. Really bad. It's a bad look. Yeah. Kind of pisses me off. Thank you, LeoVince. Spring install. You're gonna use your included spring puller and keep this in your tool bag if you ever need it again. You gotta install this spring into the bottom of the mid-pipe and the exhaust. So you're gonna hook one here. You're gonna grab the puller, use some elbow grease, get that spring on there nice and tight. Do you see that? Perfect. That's what I'm looking for right there. That spring right there. So you're gonna use that included spring puller to just pull it on to both pieces. And that was the end of the install. Important announcement from Future John here. I kind of messed up. Make sure you go to your local hardware store and get RTV copper or anything like that and put that on the inside of the female ends of the mid-pipe where it connects to the exhaust and where it connects to the can itself. And make sure you get that nice and smooth and sealed and let it sit for 12 to 24 hours. I had huge leakage after recording this video, and then I did that and it seems to have worked and stopped the leaking. So just letting you guys know that it's very important. Probably go ahead and do that. I did work up a sweat doing that. Holy shit. And we're gonna hear what this bad boy sounds like. Back up a little bit. Holy shit. Wow. Good Lord. Holy fuck. That shit sounds insane. That is very loud. That is super loud. What the fuck? All right, we're gonna do one more sound test with my mic more towards it so you can hear more of what it actually sounds like. So there you go. That is the install of the LeoVince GP Corsa on the 450SS. A little bit of a headache installing these brackets. I'm gonna go ahead and tighten all these up after that, but that should be the end of the video. Thanks for watching.